We're starting this morning with a heart-wrenching update. As of approximately 7 p.m. last evening, July 20, 2026, authorities say a total of 27 bodies have so far been recovered, with hopes of finding survivors dwindling with every passing moment. Now for even more shocking news. Guyanese authorities initially reported that a total of 133 people were on board the M.V Barima when it capsized on the night of July 18, 2026. That number included 17 crew members. Authorities confirmed this number at a press conference on July 19, 2026. In fact, they insisted the number was accurate, based on the ship's manifest, which is a document that lists every person who boards a vessel or aircraft. But hours ago, this story has changed dramatically, with the same officials now telling us that the number was wrong. Stay tuned, you're going to hear from one of the officials in a moment. According to new details emerging last evening, the actual total of all people on board stands at 179, with a breakdown of 18 instead of 17 crew members and 161 passengers. When you do the math, that's getting the number wrong by a total of 46 people. So today, our hearts break for more families who are now learning this new information, because it means that short of finding more survivors, a total of 83 more persons are now feared dead. Even though rescuers and loved ones hold on to hope, the clock is ticking and hope is growing thin. Meanwhile, a confirmed list of the first 6 to 7 rescued passengers is now available. For more information about the persons named, feel free to contact the government's hotline at telephone number 592-702-8580. Let's now hear from Guyana's Prime Minister Mark Phillips, who's been providing updates via press conference since this tragedy occurred.
Now I can read the statement. At first light, today, 13 assets were deployed to augment the rescue operations that had continued throughout the night in search of the M.V Barima passengers and crew. At approximately 09:26 hours, debris was sighted at sea by a pilot vessel, and shortly thereafter, the GDFS Shahood identified a substantial debris field some 2.5 nautical miles off the coast of Devonshire Castle Flats. At this stage of the operations, the number of rescued persons, including passengers and crew, the number is now 69. 69 rescued persons. And a total of 27 bodies have been recovered as at now. The latest report suggests an additional 83 persons are still to be found. They are deemed missing and still to be found. Again, this is a search and rescue operation. Notwithstanding the fact that we're recovering bodies, we still have hope that people are out there who are alive, and therefore we continue our search and rescue activities.
In other news, the capsized M.V Barima vessel has also been located.
The M.V Barima was found rested on the seabed close to the point of initial distress that was communicated by the air traffic control tower. That is 9 miles offshore Devonshire Castle Flats. The government of France, through the French Armed Forces, has provided additional critical support with the deployment of 15 divers who have since joined the local dive teams at the confirmed vessel site. Additional search and dive capabilities were offered, and it's on its way to Guyana from the government of Trinidad and Tobago.
Prime Minister Phillips says some of those recovered have been taken to the Saudis hospital, located on the Essequibo coast in Region 2. Let's watch.
The Ministry of Health and the Guyana Police Force have established joint protocols for the processing, transport, and storage of the deceased. As was previously indicated, family members will subsequently be invited to undertake identification procedures at the Saudi hospital. What has happened from yesterday to now? Our President, His Excellency, has returned, as indicated in yesterday's briefing, last evening, sometime around 23:55 hours. He was briefed by yours truly, and the Chief of Defense Staff, Colonel Roberts, was at that briefing, and the Commissioner of Police. And coming out of that briefing at the airport on the arrival of His Excellency decided to travel to communities in Region 1, where the majority of the people on the ferry hail from. And he departed Georgetown at approximately 700 hours this morning, and he was at Port Kaituma. And after visiting Port Kaituma, he visited M.V Barima, and then he went to Region 2, visited the communities in Region 2, visited the facilities in Region 2, at the Saudi hospital, at the Essequibo Technical Institute, and I will explain why. And then he went on to Charity. And as I speak, he's in the Charity community, right, visiting the Charity community, and having a first-hand look at the conduct of the operations that is ongoing. His Excellency had also, during his visit today, promised 13 family members who indicated a desire to assist in identifying people from their communities, and they wanted to travel from Port Kaituma to Essequibo, and His Excellency has facilitated that. We have since provided aircraft to move the 13 from Port Kaituma to Region 2, of course Hampton Court, and then they will be housed in Essequibo, and they will be transported, and they will be utilized in the effort to identify bodies recovered. Likewise, when he reached at M.V Barima, there was a similar request, and he's decided to also honor that request, and 22 persons from M.V Barima is being moved, as I speak, from M.V Barima to Hampton Court for the similar reasons.
The Prime Minister says this will continue to be a search and rescue operation until further notice, as they hope to find more survivors. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned and subscribe for ongoing updates on this tragedy.